Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight we are going to do the contouring. Last night I showed you how to apply a beautiful base. We're going to build on that. So this is the order in which I apply my makeup each day, and it's good to have a system. And that way, when you're watching these, you'll be able to follow in order. So contouring is all about giving your face shape and bringing out your best features. There's some really simple rules to follow when we're contouring that keeps it really easy, but depending on your face shape, you might like to make it more narrow in parts or wider or longer, and that's what contouring is all about. So let's show you what we use when we're contouring. So we did our foundation, we did our base, we've done a powder, and next we're going to use the bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer. It's just a simple palette that's one color suits all. You might also be able to pick it up, or you can also pick it up in a bronzer palette. And in this palette, you've got a matte bronzer, you've got one with a shimmer, you've got the Stardust, and this is a highlighter, and then you've got a light, beautiful blush here in Moonstone. So that's a good bronzer or contouring palette all in one. And then you've also got the bronzer stick. And the bronzer stick is very cool because you've got your bronzer on this side and your highlighter on that side. So lucky you, you're going to get the bronzing and the contouring demonstration tonight. Let's start with the tools, and now I'm going to show you the bronzer on one side and the stick on the other. And with this one, if you have the Arbonne brush set, you're going to need the angle brush. Looks like that. Whenever you have a, what do you call this, a pot? I call it a pot. You never want to stir the pot, okay, because stirring the pot brings up too much powder or dust, which then gets messy. So I pat, get the color on my brush just by patting. And now here's your rules for contouring. We're going to draw an imaginary 3, so around our hairline, under our cheekbone, under our jawline. So imagine that 3, and also on the other side. Now you've got 3 sides to your cheekbones. If you take your finger and you could run your finger along the bottom side of your cheekbone, everyone do that now. Give me a thumbs up if you're doing that with me. Yeah, so you got your finger running along the bottom of your cheekbone. That's where your bronzer goes. Then you can find the middle of your cheekbone. That's where your blush is going to go. And I'm going to demonstrate blushes tomorrow night. And then you've got the upside of your cheekbone, and that's where your highlighter goes. Okay, so we're going to keep it really simple. Whenever we take the brush from our pot to the face, that's where we're going to get the most product on our face. And that's where we want to start our color. So we want us to have more color at the front and then draw back just under our cheekbone. And these are quite beautifully pigmented, so you don't need a lot, but you can already start to see that is giving my face shape. If I turn that side, or I'm going to do the stick on that side. Still with the same amount of pigment on the brush, I'm going to do my hairline, and I have a fringe, so that's a good cheat. But if you don't have a fringe, then you want to do your hairline, and that's, you know, like I said about shortening your face or elongating it. But you want to have, when we do our foundation yesterday, we actually took away all the color, and this is bringing it back in places that we want it. And then under our jawbone, okay, and this is where now we're going to marry up what we've done on our face to our neck so that we don't look pale on our neck and beautifully tan. So under there, and then down the side of your neck, and then into these little collarbone sections in here. And depending on the shirt that you're wearing, if you have a V-neck shirt, you want to go all the way down there and just you know, bronze up that area. And it's really interesting if I'm wearing a V-neck, if I don't bronze that area, gosh, I look really skinny. You'd think it'd be the other way around, wouldn't you? No, but just making that area nice and bronze gives you a very good, healthy glow. But if you want to, if you're carrying a bit more weight than you want to be, just by doing the bronzing down the side of your neck and leaving this part that's more white, leave that. So just going in there will actually make you look skinnier, okay? Because it's what it's doing. It's going in the shadow. It's creating a little shadow and making this stick out, which gives you emphasize your collarbones, and you're going to look a nice skinny neck, give you a face, good contouring and good shape around here, give you a skinny neck, and that's what we love. Now, little tip, anything I do on the cheeks, I do on the eyes as well. So I dust that over the eyes, and then that's a really good, easy, natural look if you don't want to do a whole lot of eyeshadow. Okay, so anything on the cheeks, do on the eyelids, and I actually hold my brush together when I'm dusting, so that I'm not actually dusting the ridge there under my eyebrow, because that's where another place where I want to highlight. Okay, how does that look when I'm using a bronzer stick? Very similar. So just winding up the bronzer stick and holding onto the barrel so it doesn't roll away, and then bringing it under the cheekbone and blending. A little bit around the hairline, blend that, just under here, and blend that down. Okay, now this is also really good when you're contouring your nose. So just on the either side of your nose, blending, and then we turn over the other side, put the lid back on there, roll it down. On the other side, you've got the highlighter, and then the highlighter goes on top. So on the cheekbone, down the ridge of the nose, just on the other side as well. Oh, I want to show you something else on the other side. You could do that highlighting area there. Sometimes I do a little bit here as well. And then just on the Cupid bow. Okay, we haven't done lipstick yet, but you can see how that starts to give me a little bit of a glow. Okay, we're going to come in tomorrow night and show you the blush, how that all goes together beautifully. And just on this side, if you have this palette, or if you want to try this palette because it's a beautiful all-in-one and might save you some dollars by buying it all-in-one, then it's all separately, then I would actually use the shimmer. So I would do the matte under my cheekbones, eyelids, and I haven't done the eyelids, sorry, with the bronzing stick. So just let me do a little bit there just to even me up. Okay, and then with the shimmer, that's where I would use the shimmer on the collar and the neck and the chest, the décolletage area with the shimmer. So that's beautiful. And then with the Stardust, then using the Stardust to do that beautiful highlighting, a bit up there, like that. Okay, now a little cheat version, because I do have the blush here, but we're going to go into blush a bit more next time, and the blush would sit in there. And for me, I need a bit more of I'd like a bit more of a pinky blush, so I'm going to come and show you how that looks all tomorrow night. But you can start to see how, if you roll back this video and you do a before and after, how that's really started to lift and define my cheekbones, my neck, and give depth in the back of my eyes, so that I don't have to go and do a whole massive amount of eyeshadow, but that's coming in the next couple of classes. And so I wouldn't live without contouring. You could do your eyes, you could do your lips, but without contouring, it's not the same. So I hope you've enjoyed that segment tonight. Stay with me for the next few days where I will bring you the other tutorials, and I'm encouraged by all of your putting in the poll what you'd like to see, so continue doing that. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Stay well, be well. Bye for